This is the right time to start building your brand because Claude just dropped a massive upgrade to its design tool, Claude Design 2.0. They rebuilt it from the ground up, and the biggest change is that it finally stopped burning through your Claude usage the way the old version did. Now here's the catch. To use it, you need a paid Claude subscription. But there's also a completely free open source alternative that gives you almost the same experience. And if you already have ChatGPT or Gemini subscriptions, you can run that version without paying for Claude at all. By the end of this video, you'll know how to build 5 real projects that normally take hours manually. And as always, every prompt, the brand assets, and all the links will be in our WhatsApp community. So let's get started. Open Claude and click the new design icon in the left sidebar. This is Claude Design. At the top, you will see templates for prototypes, slides, documents, wireframes, and animations. We can also start from a blank document. Next is the design system, which we'll set up in a bit because that's what makes every design match your brand automatically. Choose Claude Opus 4.8 and the plus icon lets you attach things like GitHub repository or Figma files. So let's build something. Build one slide deck. Slides are probably what most people will use first. Instead of creating every slide ourselves, let's let Claude do the work. I'm taking the transcript from one of my videos on loop engineering, pasting it into Claude Design and giving it one instruction. Build me a beginner-friendly AI learning roadmap from this transcript. That's it. Instead of instantly generating slides, Claude behaves like an actual designer. It asks a few questions first. We'll choose slide deck, set the audience to beginners, keep the explanation detailed, let Claude decide the visual style based on the audience, include the AI tools, and a call to action and continue. Now Claude plans everything first. On the left, you'll notice something called a scratch pad. That's basically Claude thinking through the structure before generating anything. A couple minutes later, we have an entire presentation built from a single YouTube transcript. And here's the part I didn't expect. This isn't just a collection of slides. Click present and you'll get a full presenter view with speaker notes, slide previews, and a presentation timer, just like PowerPoint or Google Slides. So Claude isn't generating designs anymore, it's building presentations that are actually ready to deliver. Now let's say you want to make a quick edit. Turn on edit mode, click any text and you can edit it directly. Change the title, make it bold, italic or underlined, add bullet points, even attach hyperlinks. So you no longer have to prompt Claude for every tiny change, which also saves your usage. Now look at the left panel. You'll see Simple, Pro and Code. Simple is what almost everyone needs. Here you can change fonts, sizes, colors, weights, add shape and even draw directly on the slide. Then there's Pro. This is for designers who want pixel level control over spacing, alignment, padding, layers and positioning. Finally, there is Code, where developers can view and edit the actual code behind every component. Let's jump back to chat. If you're not sure how to improve the design, open tweaks. Claude can suggest design improvements automatically. You can instantly switch color palettes, fonts, backgrounds, and once you find a combination you like, save it as your default. One feature I genuinely like is comments. Drop a comment anywhere on the slide, just like Google Docs. Normally, someone has to manually fix that feedback. Here, you simply click Resolve with Claude and Claude makes the change itself. Even better is markup. Just circle any element, describe the change, and Claude updates only that specific area. Instead of writing a long prompt, you simply point at what you want fixed. It's surprisingly natural. So build one is done. But there's one more problem. It still doesn't look like your brand. The colors, fonts, spacing, those are Claude's toys, not yours. And before we build anything else, there is one setup that fixes this forever. The design system. Think of it as your brand's rulebook. Your colors, your fonts, your buttons, your cards, your spacing. Once Claude understands this, every design automatically matches your brand without explaining it every single time. Here's how to create one. Open Design Systems and click Setup. You'll get two options, create it here or generate using Claude Code. If you already have a production code base, Claude Code gives the most accurate result. For everyone else, create here is more than enough. Now fill in a few details. Give your brand a name, a one-line description. For us, it's staying ahead, a community helping people become pro AI users. Next, upload any brand assets you already have. That could be a Figma file, GitHub repository, your logo, or even just a screenshot of your colors and fonts. You don't need a complete brand kit, even a simple screenshot is enough. We can also describe your brand voice if you want. Once it's done, click Generate. It takes around 5 minutes and the result is honestly impressive. Claude creates an entire design system, brand colors, typography, buttons, cards, navigation, spacing, forms, inputs, corner radius, everything your brand needs. Now let's go back to our presentation. Refresh once, open Design Systems, select Staying Ahead and tell Claude just one thing. Convert this entire deck to my design system. That's it. Claude updates all 23 slides with our colors, fonts and branding automatically. No manual redesign. This is why the design system matters. You create your brand once and every future project inherits it. So now build 2. Document. Now let's reuse the exact same transcript. This time instead of slides, choose document. Paste the transcript again and ask, turn this into a one-page AI roadmap infographic because our design system is already attached. Claude generates a fully blended infographic automatically. Same content, different formats, zero extra work. That's build 2. Now build 3. Social carousel. Now let's turn that infographic into social content. Before that, a quick look at exporting. You can export your work as PDF, PowerPoint, HTML or the original project file. Now back to the document, instead of typing, I'll use voice and simply say, turn this into an Instagram carousel. A few moments later, Claude converts the infographic into a complete social carousel, slide by slide. Still following our brand colors, still matching our fonts, and if you want to tweak anything, just ask Claude or edit it manually. So from a single YouTube transcript, we have now generated a presentation, a branded infographic, a ready-to-post social carousel, 3 completely different assets from the same piece of content. Now let's go to build 4, animation. Now let's build something a little different, an animation. Before we do that, there's one feature worth knowing about. Click the plus icon and open Manage Connectors. This is where Claude connects to tools like GitHub, Google Drive, Slack, and one we'll use here, Higgsfield. Think of connectors as bridges. Instead of doing everything itself, Claude can call other tools whenever it needs them. So now choose the animation template and give it a prompt like create an animated launch video for our WhatsApp community. Use Higgsfield if you need images or videos. Claude asks a few settings like aspect ratio, duration and animation style. Honestly, if you're not sure, just hit decide for me and continue. A few moments later, it generates a complete animated promo, kinetic typography, smooth transitions, community branding, a WhatsApp mockup, a join screen. Everything ready to use. For launch videos and text-based animations like this, it works surprisingly well. One thing to remember though, Claude isn't trying to replace tools like After Effects. These animations are built using HTML and CSS. So if you're making product launches, explainers or social promos, it's excellent. If you're creating cinematic motion graphics, you're still better off using a dedicated editor. So now build 5, wireframe and prototype. Now let's build something people can actually use, a landing page. Claude gives you 2 options, wireframe and prototype. A wireframe is the basic structure, a prototype is the polished interactive version. Let's start with the wireframe. I'll simply ask, build a landing page for our WhatsApp community with a sign-up form. Claude asks a few questions. Which field do we need? So let's collect informations like full name, email, WhatsApp number, role, city. Then it asks what should happen after submission. We'll show a success message with a join WhatsApp button, keep the layout simple and continue. Within a minute, Claude generates a complete landing page. Headline, branding, sign-up form, CTA button, everything already laid out. So let's try the prototype. We'll use the exact same prompt. This time Claude asks a few extra questions. Things like, should we show social proof? Should we pre-fill example data? Let's enable the member count and continue. The result looks much closer to a finished product. A polished hero section. Example user details, a strong call to action, social proof. It genuinely looks like something you could publish. Now here's the cool part. Designing is only half of the process. To actually make the page work, OpenShare. Besides exporting as a PDF, PowerPoint, HTML or project file, there's another option, Send To. From here, you can send your design directly into Claude Code or tools like Vercel, Replit, Wix or Lovable. We'll choose Claude Code. It generates everything needed to turn this design into a working website. So instead of rebuilding it from scratch, your design becomes the starting point for development. Now here's probably my favorite trick in the entire update. Open your design system again, click Share, then send the design system to Claude Code. Most people don't think this. Instead, they keep describing their brand every single time they build something. Your colors, fonts, spacing, buttons, logos, that waste a huge amount of tokens. But once Claude Code already has your design system, every future website automatically follows your brand. No repeated prompts, no repeated explanation. You create the brand once and everything after that stays consistent while you're using fewer tokens. That's a seriously underrated workflow. Everything we have built so far runs on Claude. But what if you don't want another subscription? There's a free open source alternative called Open Design. Okay, it gives you almost the same workflow without locking you into Claude. Instead, it runs on AI tools probably you already use: Claude Code, Gemini, Codex, Cursor, and several others. So instead of paying for another AI subscription, you simply connect one you already have. I'll leave the setup guide, download links, prompts, and everything else inside our WhatsApp community. So from one YouTube video, we created a presentation, an infographic, an Instagram carousel, an animated promo, and a complete landing page, all from the same piece of content. That's what makes Claude Design so powerful. If you want more deep dive AI tutorials like this that actually makes you better at using AI, join our WhatsApp community using the link in the description. And if this video helped you, hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.